Hey, cats and kittens. This is a good angle, huh? I'm outside talking to my tomatoes, so I might as well talk to you guys too. And it's magic hour. Everybody looks good at magic hour. Ooh, look at that. Let me show you the sunset. Cool. It's October 6th, new moon in Libra. And yes, that matters because astrology is one of the many ways of knowing that were traditionally held by women that are like almost completely disrespected today. Like people who think they're scientists and stuff are like, oh, I don't believe in astrology. Yeah, well, it's a completely legitimate way of knowing. It's just been discredited because it was mostly used by women and mostly like adhered to by women too. But it's just like reading the cosmic weather. But anyway, a new moon in Libra means a few things. Libra is the sign of justice and balance. Their symbol is the scales. You'll see them a lot, like it's a lady, sort of like Lady Justice holding the scales. But that actually comes from the ancient Egyptian goddess Maat, M-A-A-T, who, when you crossed over to the underworld, you would meet her first, and she would be holding a scale that weighed your heart against a feather. And if your heart was heavier than a feather, then you would go to the underworld, because that meant, if your heart wasn't light enough, then that meant you did not really lead a good charitable life and were not kind. If your heart was heavy, it was heavy with things like, forget the puritanical garbage. If your heart was heavy when you died, that meant that you had some things you needed to take care of. So you went to the underworld. Anyway, and then Libra is directly opposed to Aries. It's conjunct right now. So that means, and they're always kind of opposed, like it's the Mars-Venus thing, because Venus is the planet that rules Libra and Mars is the planet that rules Aries, god of war. But so Mars is not very comfortable right now. But so I guess it's not unusual that I want to kick this off because it's themes of justice. Libra is all about having difficult conversations, but having them with gentleness and love and like diplomacy and ease, and like actually having those difficult conversations rather than the battering ram head of Aries, just like, you can be butting heads for hours and not really getting anywhere. But Mars is all about action, which is great, which is why I feel compelled kind of right now to take action on this idea of let's get this party started on having difficult conversations. And hopefully, because a Libra can get very stuck in like wishy-washy and like trying to decide what is perfect and what is best. Not as bad as us Virgos, but kind of similar. And I'm a Virgo with way too many planets in Gemini, so I've really had to get over the idea that this had to be perfect before I launched it, like perfect, whole, and complete. And realizing now that a lot of that comes from the patriarchy of, I'm just thinking, meanwhile, everything I do has to, like spring from the head of Zeus fully formed, while, meanwhile, the actual patriarchs are blathering on and on with seemingly no filter and getting paid millions of dollars to do it. So I've had to let go of that. And I realized it would be much more fun for people to come along on this journey with me of, learning how to do it right. Because I do want to do it right, but this is not about me at all. It's it's going to be conversations with lots of people who come on the show, as I'm calling it. So this is the perfect time. As Goethe, fellow Virgo, once quoted, if you can, whatever you can dream, begin it. Boldness has beauty, magic, and power in it. So that's what I'm trying to live by. And brass tacks is, I'm just going to start this here YouTube channel, and hopefully that will generate income. But if not, and at the same time, I'm having a fundraiser, and I'll put links to that below, wherever you're seeing this, or I'll put this on the fundraiser account to pay for my tuition to these communication classes that I think I desperately need in order to do this right and bring us all together and figure out good lighting. I have been crying today because I found out dear friends partner just passed away last night. And yeah, I've been moping about just being all puffy and ugly and stuff. So it just brought me back in touch with my grief in general and my heart, and realizing, like, if we want to start healing, before we can start healing, we need to start grieving together. I just touched on that again. So, God, what a cheery video. Dang. Well, magic hour is going away, so I'm going to post this and keep you guys updated, and hopefully I'll have first episode coming up with talk with my linguist friend on pronouns and how we honor them, and how long it actually takes to get someone's new-ish pronouns like into your head, with no fault, no judgment, just like how long does it take us humans to get used to calling somebody by a different name. That's it. Besides, say bye, darlings. You're all going to be ketchup soon. Bye-bye.